Hello friends, today we are going to see the minimization of DFA. The DFA is shown in the diagram. The transition function for the DFA is shown here. State A on seeing string 0 it goes to B. State A on seeing 1 goes to state D. State B on 0 goes to C, and state B on seeing 1 goes to E. C on 0 goes to B, C on 1 goes to E. D on 0 goes to C, D on 1 goes to E. E on 0 and 1 both goes to E. Now first of all we write the zero equivalence sets. In zero equivalence sets we make the sets of final and non-final states. Here non-finals are A, B, C and D, and the final state is E. Now in one equivalence class, first take A and compare it with B. A on seeing 0 goes to B and B on seeing 0 goes to C. B and C are in the same class in the above step. Now C on 1. A on 1 goes to D and B on 1 goes to E. Since D and E are not in same class in the above step, so A and B will not be in the same equivalent class. So we separate A and B. Now check A and C. A and C. A on 0 goes to B, C on 0 goes to B. Both is same state, so no problem. A on 1 goes to D, C on 1 goes to E. Since D and E are not in same class in above step, so we cannot put C with A. Now check A and D. A on 0 goes to B, D on 0 goes to C. B and C are in same class, so no problem. A on 1 goes to D and D on 1 goes to E. D and E are in the different class, so we will not put it with A. So A remains single. Now check B and C. B on 0 goes to C, C on 0 goes to B. C, B are in the same class in above step, so no problem. B on 1 goes to E, C on 1 goes to E. Both same state. Therefore, B and C are in the same class. Now check B and D. B on 0 goes to C, D on 0 goes to C. B on 1 goes to E, D on 1 goes to E. Since C and E same, so B and D will never be separated. Now D, E remains itself. Not two equivalent class. A is single, so no division for A. Check BCD. B on 0 goes to C and C on 0 goes to B. CB are in same class in just above step, so no problem. B on 1 goes to E, C on 1 goes to E, so no problem. B and C remain in same class. and B and D will be never separated as they goes to the same state on seeing 0 and 1, and E is already separated. Now when we get two configurations in two equivalence class same, then stop. So in our minimized DFA there will be three states, and the minimized DFA will be one state for A, one state for B, C, D together. Let it name let give it name of say K, and E is the final state. Now see, A on 0 goes to B, B belongs to K, so A on 0 goes to K. A on 1 goes to D, D also belongs to K, so A on both 0 and 1 goes to state K. Now for K, see B, B on 0 goes to C, C belongs to K, so there will be a self loop here. B on 1 goes to E, so it will go here. C on B, C on 0 goes to B, B belongs to K, so it is alright. C on 1 goes to E, so K goes to E on 1, alright. D on 0 goes to C in the same class, okay. D on 1 goes to E, so K goes to E on 1, okay. E on 0 and 1 goes to E, so there will be a self loop here on seeing 0 or 1. So this is the minimized DFA for the given DFA M. Thank you for watching.